Hey, what's up, Animaniacs? I am the real Manos, and this is Deadpoolzilla.
Hello.
And we are back with another Primetime Crisis about Steven Universe. As you can tell, I'm wearing a different shirt, so it's a different day. We didn't record this at all. And... oh, wait, Deadpool, did you change your shirt?
Did I?
Oh, man, you're supposed to change your shirt!
I didn't get the memo.
Oh.
It was a clean shirt when I got it again.
Oh my god, okay, well...
So,
we'll just move on. We'll move on. Next time, change your shirt when we do the videos. We are talking about Buddy's book! And it starts right off with Steven and Connie riding Lion through the warp Lion tunnel Doctor Who thing, which is always awesome, to the library. And Steven has never been to a library before. And it's cool. They go roaming around, and Steven finds a journal written by Buddy, the first mate in the Captain Dewey play that they did. And then they discover this journey that he went on, and we get to see kind of the sort of the monuments left by the gems through his eyes in the episode. And one thing that really struck me instantly was, how cool is it that Buddy wasn't just some composite character for the play? Buddy was an actual guy.
Yeah, although he is reimagined as Jamie, which is even 10,000 times more better.
And it makes sense that Steven and Connie would imagine Buddy as Jamie, since they didn't have any visual representation of what he looked like. So obviously they just went with that. And it was a cool way for the audience to look into it too.
It's almost like a Simpsons episode where they make themselves into historical characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I also loved just that, about looking at the remnants, because this is something I've wondered since episode 1. Or at least I started wondering about this when they started doing episodes when we'd see the ruins of the gem homeworld. Is like, don't people see these things? Don't people like run into them? Why aren't they turned into tourist traps or something like that? Like, woo, what civilization came in the... I mean, you know how people like will believe until the end of time that aliens created the pyramids. Aliens did come. Yeah, aliens did come and make these things. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the fact that we got a little bit of that in this episode, of Jamie doing a little exploring and looking at these things.
It's also kind of funny because this also is like a parody of a clip show without being a clip show.
I hadn't thought of that. That's funny.
The other thing with this is that we actually see where some of these gem monuments are actually at. Like the battlefield is actually in Norway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. We also got a little confirmation of where these places are, because they never really tell us unless it's within that episode, like the spaceships from Friendship. Those are in South America, I believe. But other than that, we're kind of like, this could be anywhere. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm finally happy to see them kind of like reference like where these places are a little bit.
Yeah, it is pretty cool to see that. And the other thing with it is that apparently in Norway, there's actually giant monuments of giant weapons. It is somewhere in Norway, so I guess maybe that's why they put it there.
Really? Oh, I gotta look that up. I didn't know that. This show would totally use that as kind of material for the show, because they did a quick reference in Watermelon
Hello?
Steven. Yeah, are you still there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because this episode would totally do that, because they once did an episode, Watermelon Steven, where Garnet kicks away some of the Watermelon Stevens, and it's a reference to this weird statue. I don't know if you've seen this statue. Of this.
I'm going to have to go look for this statue now.
I'm trying to remember, is it in Norway or Sweden? There's this hilariously odd statue of this naked man kicking babies, and he's doing this weird kick pose. Yeah.
In Russia?
It could be in Russia. Either country, I would believe that statue would be in. But it's really funny, and when you compare the shot of Garnet and the statue, it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely a reference to it. Because the kick pose is the same, and their arms are the same, and the position of the Watermelon Stevens versus the babies are in the same place. So yeah, I would believe that that was inspiration for that.
Yeah. The other, I guess we should talk about the major thing, is that Steven's all like, yeah, I've seen this, this, and this, and then we get to Blue Diamond's Palanquin.
Yes. Which I think was kind of a big tidbit in this episode. I mean, and they kind of blow through it as usual. Because there's been this discussion, like, where is White Diamond? Where is Blue Diamond? We know Pink Diamond is dead, and we know Yellow Diamond is on Homeworld. Yeah, I don't know. I've been 50-50 on if Blue Diamond is active or been taken down.
My thing is that maybe she's in that blue sphere on the moon. That's been my theory. But again, I could be proven wrong here. White Diamond, we have no idea where she is. Yellow Diamond, for all we know, may be the only one running Homeworld right now.
That's the thing. Yeah, I've been going back and forth on this. Because I've been paying attention to the planets ever since Pink Diamond. Ever since we saw the mural of Pink Diamond with the one single planet, which was our planet. I've been kind of paying attention to the planets around them. And White Diamond has that one planet in the middle. She's the only one that's sort of looking like she's holding it. Where like it's in the middle of her chest or something like that.
Right.
I've been thinking maybe that represents Homeworld. Maybe Homeworld is hers. Now, is she still in charge, or has, like... There are times where I think maybe Yellow Diamond has taken advantage of the war and is now in charge of Homeworld.
Yeah. We still don't know, like, again, like you said, we don't know what happened to the other diamonds. It could be that White Diamond has up and left. Blue Diamond is MIA. We all know what happened to Pink Diamond, and the only one running the show left is quintessentially Yellow Diamond, and she's probably left with all the crap that the war did to the Homeworld.
Yeah, that's right. And I believe she's probably more the militaristic of the diamonds, and if she's been doing it by herself, and maybe not the most pleasant of the diamonds, I could see why the Homeworld has gone the way it has. Because we've gotten that line in Too Short to Ride that the Homeworld has been losing resources and are short on resources.
That's the thing, like, you could be right, because if you look, historically, military dictatorships don't last long.
No, they don't. And I feel like I have a feeling that's where they're going. Now, where Blue Diamond is, where White Diamond is, I'm not sure. I have a theory that we've already seen them. I feel like Blue Diamond is the diamond in Beach City Horror Club. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling that's Blue Diamond. And White Diamond, I feel, is possibly the diamond we saw in, like, what, episode 10 or something, in the giant pyramid, the one they collected?
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that's them. I'm not 100%, because I'm not 100% about anything. I'm wrong a lot on this show. But I feel like that's where they're going on that.
And it does, like, again, this is the problem with this show. It answers one question, and it gives you 30 more in its place.
And it does it so subtly, too. It doesn't make a big deal out of the mystery. It's kind of like, oh, here's a mystery. oh wait, here's Steven, like, falling down into some food or something like that. And it's like, oh wait, were we just doing a mystery here? Okay. So yeah, I'm curious as to what we're going to be doing with the diamonds. I'm with you. I agree that we'll be seeing the diamonds, and particularly Lion. Oh, let's go to Lion. You wanted to talk about Lion with Buddy's book. Let's get into that.
Yeah. What we see is that Rose is not traveling with Garnet and Pearl. She's traveling with a pride of lions. And I want to say this real quick. I think the reason why you don't see her with Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl is because the war probably, lasted as long as it did, and she had to do some horrible things in that war. I feel like Rose, for a time, went on like a bit of a walkabout.
Yeah. And, well, let's think about this. Like, it's been 5,000 years. I'm sure there's been periods where they were separate from each other for a while and would reunite. And they mostly lived at the temple together, but I've never thought they were held up in that temple all the time. I have thought that, they've had their periods around the world.
Yeah. But it does leave the question of why was she traveling with lions, and one of them did look particularly similar to a certain pink lion.
That's right. And I am of the belief that, obviously, one of those, I think, is our lion. Now, what she did to that lion, I don't know. Did she use a pink diamond shard to turn it into our lion, or did she do something else to the lion to give it superpowers? I don't know. The lion she has that is with Steven, he obviously knows more than he's revealing, and he reveals when Steven directly asks him a question, if you've noticed. This show would probably be over if Steven just asked direct questions to Lion and the Gems, and I go, oh yeah, why didn't you just ask? Because otherwise they will not tell him anything.
Yeah, it's too bad Lion isn't like Aslan, unfortunately.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm convinced the main line in that pride was Lion. And I'm with you. I think we're going to be seeing Lion's backstory unfold this season.
Yeah. I'm also under this... someone gave this weird theory, but it's kind of strange, but I think at the same time it can work.
Okay.
Where it's Lion, but you don't see the rest of the pride. What if Rose's lion pride, they got killed off by humans or something else happened, and he was the only one left, and Rose either somehow infused some of her magic into Lion or used a bit of pink diamond? Could that be the case?
That's possible. Right now, it's anybody's guess, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think Lion is pink diamond all by itself. I would probably believe that maybe it's a lion infused with pink diamond's gem shards or something like that. I would be willing to go that way, but I'm definitely not of the thinking that, he's fully pink diamond. I don't believe that at this point.
Yeah, I don't think that at all as well. But I do see that he does have some connection to Pink Diamond. I would follow that, but I don't think Lion is fully Pink Diamond.
Yeah, I think this episode breaks that theory, frankly.
Yeah.
Because this episode just doesn't do random stuff. Like, everything, especially as the show has been moving on, everything has its point of being there.
Funny or not.
Yeah, sometimes it's done as a joke. And sometimes it's even just a background thing that you don't really notice until you, rewatch. Like Centipedal first taking human form. In that one episode before becoming, the tinier Centipedal. If you blink, if you weren't looking directly at the camera, you may have overlooked that. And they've done that over and over again in some episodes. So, yeah, I'm just, I think this episode is kind of I think this episode starts the conversation about Lion.
Yeah, that is true. The other thing with it is that it could be the case that, why didn't, again, I also want to know why didn't Rose ever tell them about Lion?
Yeah, we'll see, because, the gems are not around these lions, so they don't know about it. And this, of course, is, by the way, the same area that Steven found Lion, so, she kept her secrets, and, her hair is so big, it's full of secrets. So, we'll see. We'll find out why she didn't tell, like, her most trusted people, Pearl and Garnet.
Yeah. So the other thing I want to bring up is just how much adorableness Steven and Connie are still.
Yeah. Never get tired of them. Even if the episode had nothing to do with anything, just watching them hang out is just a joy. It's definitely become one of my favorite, like, fictional relationships on TV. It's like, which is hilarious. It's like, they're like 12 and a half and 14, and they're so much more maturely written than, like, any of the adult relationships on CW. Who act like baby children. So yeah, I just enjoy it. It's just such a fun written relationship, and I don't get to see. I don't know. I'm so tired. See, the pattern of fictional writing in film and TV is like, it's like nobody seems to want to write the relationship in the fiction sometimes. They want to write maybe getting together and then the breakup and, like, the middle, like, meh, whatever. No one cares about that. It's like, no, there's lots of stuff in between that is, like, fascinating and fun to watch.
Yeah, that's kind of why I got...
Yeah,
that's kind of why I got a bit upset at in Adventure Time when they broke up Finn and Flame Princess.
Let's see. Let's see, Lindsay, you're a fan of Finn and Flame Princess, right?
Yeah, I liked them. They were adorable together.
And then she left him for Cinnamon Bun.
Cinnamon Bun, yes. Oh my god. That relationship kind of makes its sense.
Yeah, about as much as Medallion and Yellowtail.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Hey, you know what? Behind the scenes, who knows? Well, is there anything else you got for this episode?
Real quick, because the reason why I brought up Steven and Connie is because I have a feeling that next episode there's going to be a bit of a friction between them.
Oh, really?
Because
where'd you get that?
Connie doesn't know about Smoky Quartz.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get any hints from this episode though. But
well, I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to bring it up because I feel like Connie is going to be. I wouldn't say that she feels betrayed, but she feels like fusion was our thing.
Or at least maybe she'll feel left out. You know what I've been thinking since Steven showed that he can fuse with gems, and hear me out on this. It might be possible for Steven to fuse with gems and Connie.
Yeah, that is true.
That could happen. We could have for instance, like a Steven Amethyst Connie fusion. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody talk about that, but I think that's a possibility.
Smokey Stevani?
Yes.
Smokey Stevie, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thing. And the whole episode that we're going to be getting this week is going to be about Steven and Connie learning to focus. And I have this feeling that, well, Connie's not going to really learn to focus because, well, she always, it's always seemed like to her, fusion was their thing. That was the thing between them. But now it's like, I don't even feel important right now.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting idea. I hadn't thought about that. The next episode I think is about them. I think the fusion episode between the two of them is coming next week. Or next episode, I should say. We'll see if they go that route. That's interesting. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah, because the big thing with Connie is that we've been seeing for these episodes that she wants to prove herself to the Gems, not just Pearl, but all of them in general now,
Yeah.
and even Steven. And yeah, for her, it's clear, it's almost like she enjoys being fused with Steven more than even Steven himself.
Well, I mean, fused with Steven, she gets to be, the fantasy hero that she's always wanted to be.
Yeah, and Stevani's literally the embodiment of that.
Yeah. And that I don't know, it's kind of beautiful when you think about it, but yeah, that's definitely she definitely obviously in the group is the weakest because she's the only one that's fully human. And a 12-year-old. let's not forget 12-year-olds aren't the strongest people in the world. So, she has that contend with. She has a lot to overcome in order to, prove herself. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to see where they go with that route, because, again, we're going to see Stevani actually train, not just Connie and Steven. It's now that they can fuse and fight. Looks like Pearl's going to put him through the ringer.
Yeah, that's great. I can't wait. I can't wait to see more Stefani fighting. I mean, it's only something I've wanted to see since the beginning with that. So I'm glad they're digging more and more into that. Let's see. I think that's all. I think that's all I got for Buddy's book. How about you?
Yeah. It was a great episode. It was a nice little slice of life story, but at the same time, it gives you some tidbits of information as well as it's fun. It kind of does the best of both worlds in this episode.
This is definitely a good, literally a touring episode where we get to see kind of this universe that they're alive in. And also nice to see a new location with the library, frankly. So, yeah, I dug this episode a lot. And I also felt, one more thing, I also felt like this episode was an encouragement to artists and creators to not worry too much about being original, because something I've heard artists and writers talk about is other people maybe have thought of this. I can't do this. That they use that as kind of a way to block themselves from creating. And Rose even looks at the camera for a second, almost giving artists permission to don't feel guilty about working in areas people have been before, because it is your vision of what you're doing. And I thought that was amazing, because that's something we don't seem to talk about enough. Is the show seems to be at times giving advice to young artists and creators here and there.
You on the nose like G.I. Joe.
Well, that's about not getting locked in cars or whatever, so I don't know whatever stupid thing they were talking to kids. Hey, let's start a fire for fun! Hey, kids, that's not a good idea. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Alright, I think I'm done, so we're going to call it quits for now, and we'll be talking to you about, I can't remember the name of the next episode, but we'll be talking to you about that on Primetime Crisis. And I am done for now. I am the real Manos, and this is...
I am Deadpoolzilla. I am also done, and I am saying, push the button, Lindsay.